Hey everybody, my name is Jenna and I am an instructor, primal movement instructor on dailyritual.live. Daily Ritual is this online platform where we teach yoga, meditation, primal movement, breath work, moon cycles, just everything wellness related that our amazing team of individuals comes up with. It's ever evolving as we do, so it's definitely this like super cool health space to tap into. I am a primal movement instructor, and today I am feeling a little bit sticky in my body. I have been working all week, and I'm sure that many people can relate when you haven't been moving, how that feels sticky in your body. And so I thought that I would create this little get your sticky out video, get unstuck. So please join me. This is a beautiful, beautiful day. It's actually the tail end of summer for us in Victoria, BC, and you wouldn't believe it today, looking around in this beautiful sunny day. So I'm outside. I'm going to take advantage. But you find a place that's comfortable for you, and we'll start cross-legged on the mat. Make yourself comfortable, and take your hands to the bum and just move the flesh from underneath of you. This way we find a wide base, and we allow the lumbar to move in its natural curvature at the base of the spine. Find a tall seat. Take a full inhale, lifting through the crown of the head. Lift the chin, exhale. Find a couple more deep breaths, just cleansing to start. I like to place my hands to the tops of the knees. You're welcome to have them in your lap, in prayer in front of the heart, or anywhere else you feel comfortable. And just noticing how the body feels. We'll take 2 more full breaths. Breathe deep. And soften on your exhales. Last one. Inhale. Fill up. Exhale. I like to begin practice with my eyes closed, and we're just going to explore space to begin, feeling intuitively into any movement that your body is craving, feeling. You might find some circles with the ribs. And the movement starts small. You might begin to work with the arms, lifting, lengthening into the side. Oh, my cat has joined me. And again, with eyes closed, no judgment, moving to feel. There's no right or wrong. You can explore the space behind you, maybe plant a hand, reach long, open the front. come through center, reach forward, draw the chin into the chest. Your movements might be much smaller, working with the head and the neck. Beginning to explore where we feel stickiness, resistance, in an unstructured way. When you're ready, come through center. You open the eyes, take the hands forward, plant the hands to the mat, roll forward over the legs, and walk the knees back to come into all fours. Take the top of the foot and press it gently into the mat. Use this, drag the top of the foot back towards the knees. Lift the tailbone back behind you so that the lumbar sits in its natural curve at the base of the spine, finding a little forward and back. Maintaining a lift of the tailbone as we root back. Press the mat away strong with the hands as you reach the ribs forward. Just pressing forward and back. Find stillness in all fours. Transfer weight to the right foot. Pick up the left knee. Hug it in towards the belly. Open the leg, fire hydrant style, dog at a fire hydrant. Begin to create little circles with the knee. You can press the mat away strong with the hands. Begin to increase the range of motion. Drawing the knee in towards the belly. Just finding your maximum range of motion and get there slowly. Find 2 more circles with the left knee. And the next time the knee draws forward, plant the paw of the foot to the mat in line with the right knee. Hands planted, eyes look forward. Begin to shift the weight back and forward. Now creeping into the inner thigh. See if you can keep the tailbone lifted as you root the hips back. Connect the left toes to the mat and drag back. This will help to engage the leg, deepen the stretch. We'll find one more breath. Lower the left knee to the mat. Begin to glide the ribs from side to side. Pressing the ribs wide in one direction. And then the other. Might tuck the chin and get the head and the neck involved. Ear cascades towards opposite shoulder as you press the ribs wide. When that's even, come through center. Transfer weight to the left knee, right knee out to the side, open leg. Knee hugs in towards the belly, and then begin to create circles. Can you make these circles feel as though you're resisting the whole way? Fire up into the glute. It's an isometric engagement. Make your circles a little bit bigger, increasing the range of motion, feeling into the hip. We'll take 2 more circles. And the next time the knee comes forward, plant the paw of the foot, the toe pads and mounds to the mat. Shift the weight back and forward. Connect the toes. Grip the mat with the toes and drag back. Help to fire up into the leg and deepen the stretch. The foot is on a little bit of an external rotation, so my right toes are turned out towards the right side edge of the mat, just a little bit. And keep the chin lifted, and see if you can keep the tailbone lifted as well as you draw the hips back. Take one more breath. Exhale, lower the knee to the mat. Begin to undulate the spine. Draw the hips back and wide, and then ripple forward, articulating each section of the back, feeling the vertebrae. And again, this can begin soft and subtle. Tummy dips as the tailbone lifts, and then rounding through the back, through the shoulders. And begin to increase the range. Sit back a little deeper. Press the mat away a little stronger. Ripple forward. Through all fours. Tuck the toes to lift the knees away from the mat. Keep a deep bend in the knees. You can shift the weight from side to side, extending through the back line of one leg and then the other. The heart is forward a little bit, so it's almost like a plank, more than a downward dog. This way we keep the tailbone nice and lifted and the lumbar supported in its natural curvature at the base of the spine. Press the ribs wide as you extend through one leg and then the other. Press the mat away strong with the hands. And come through center. Walk the feet wide off of the mat. Bend into the knees to walk the hands back. Eyes look forward. Take the hands to the tops of the thighs, horseshoe hold, and begin to glide the legs from side to side. Root the bum back and wide behind you. Think about rooting each femur into the hip socket as you extend the leg. Keep a micro bend in the back of the knee. Really connect through the toes. and feeling the stretch along the inseam of the thigh. When that feels even, find stillness in center. Shoulder dips, right shoulder towards the left. Little twist. And left shoulder right. Keep a little bend in the elbows. Support the joints. Tailbone lifts behind. You're just moving at your own pace. When that feels even, come through center. Press the hands forward of the heart. Rise the heart high. Keep a gentle bend in the knees. Sweep the hands back so that the hands cup the back of the head on both sides. Now root the hips back and wide, deep, deep bend in the knees, and then reach the forearms towards the sky. Lengthening the belly, open the throat. Find a pulse, hips root back. Heart rises high, shine up to the sky, lifting through the forearms. Think about keeping a gentle crease in the front of the groins. This way the booty stays tacked back behind and we can really open up the belly. The elbows hug forward towards the nose so that you can keep the space between the shoulder blades nice and broad, opening the back of the rib cage as much as the front. The whole heart stays expansive and broad as we rise high. Lift and lengthen. And then release the left hand to the top of the left thigh. Right hand stays right where it is. Root the hips back. Rise up through the right forearm and arc over to the left. Stretching through the right side line. Pressing the thigh away so that we keep space along the left side as we rise up through the right side ribs to arc up and over. The hand is there to support the head, so you can gently press the head back into the hand to open the throat and open the belly. Take one more, rise up, arc over. And then release both hands forward. Give yourself a hug. Glide the ribs from side to side. This is dynamic, so there's a bend in the knees. You can curl the chin into the chest, round through the back, and really feel the ribs glide along the back. Almost pulling the shoulder blades apart with the hands. And come through center. Sweep both hands back to cup the back of the head. We'll pulse through the midline. Rise high. Lift and lengthen. And then release the right hand to the top of right thigh. Press the thigh away as you rise up through the left, arcing up and over. Pulse, hips back, left ribs rise, elbow arcs up and crescents to the right. find one more big opening along the left side. And come back through center. Two hands press forward of the heart. Step the feet to hip distance apart on the mat. Narrow the heels towards the midline so the toes face towards the outside edge of the mat. Take a deep bend into the knees, the heels hover. Send the booty back and wide as you lower, lower, lower into a deep squat. Release the right hand to the mat. Extend through the left arm long, arcing towards the right. And drop the left arm forward of the heart, curl the chin into the chest. Round through center, plant the left hand to the mat and extend through the right arm towards the left. Just take a look and watch so you can see the motion. Right hand plants, left arm reaches long. Open up the left side body, lift the chin. Round through the back, chin to chest, curl in. Switching sides, left hand plants, right arm long. One more time each side. Feeling the shoulder blades expand and the rib cage open in the back of the back side of the heart. And last one, make it even. And come through center, hands forward. Press the feet so strong into the mat to rise back up, standing. Take the heels back in line so the feet are parallel. Sweep the hands back, cupping the back of the skull. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Begin to create circles with the head supported by the hands. Moving in one direction. Be kind, be gentle. Notice any spots where you're feeling sticky. One more circle in this direction, and then switch to go the other way. The elbows hug towards the nose so we can open up the back line of the neck between the shoulder blades. And then we peel the heart open as the head rolls back. This feels so sweet. Take one more big roll. Fluid motion. Find yourself in center, heart rising high, forearms to the sky. Transfer weight to the front of the foot, so there's a slight hover of the heels. The front of the body is nice and open with the chin lifted and the tailbone just tucked back and up behind you. Bend into the knees. Hinge at the hips as you take the torso forward. Press the head back into the hands so you're slowly, slowly lowering with the bum back behind you. You might feel this into the hamstrings. Nice and strong. And then curl the chin into the chest. Round. Roll back up through center. The head is the last thing to lift. Pulse hips back. Forearms rise. Open up the front. Keep that space nice and open. Weight into the front of the foot. Send the booty back, 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 back as you hinge the torso forward. Keep that resistance, the head pressing back into the hands. Feel into the hamstrings. Keep a bend in the knees. Curl the chin into the chest. Ripple back up. Slowly articulating each vertebrae. Root the hips back. Rise forearms high. We'll do one more. Keep the length in the front line. Send the booty back. Heart comes forward. Find your edge. Stay there for a second. And then curl in. Round back up. End on extension. Open the throat. Open the belly. Take the hands forward of the heart. Narrow the heels back towards the midline. Come into that deep squat. Heels hover. Bend into the knees. Root the hips back. Move slow. Plant the hands to the mat. Walk them forward. Keep the knees wide as you lower them to the mat. Untuck the toes. So we're in a wide knee stance in all fours. Your toes can touch behind you. You're going to thread the needle. Right arm threads underneath the left. Right cheek comes to the mat. Extend the left arm long towards the top of the mat. Soften into your twist. Connect with your breath. We'll be here for a moment. We'll take 3 more deep inhales. Exhale. Full inhale. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Open up the back. Exhale, soften. Last breath. Fill up. Exhale. Now as you inhale, press into the left hand to rise back up. All fours. Knees stay wide. Root the hips back. And press the mat away to reach the ribs forward. Just shifting weight back and forth, feeling into the inseam of the thighs and the groin. See if you can keep the tailbone lifted as you root back. And lift the chin out of the throat. Find stillness in center. Thread the needle other side. Left arm threads underneath the right. Left cheek or forehead comes to the mat, and extend the right arm long towards the top of the mat. Soften. Connect with your breath. And be here for a moment. Take 2 more full inhales. Breathe deep. And on your next inhale, press into the right hand to lift back up through center. Both hands forward. Root the hips back. Bring the forehead to the mat. Wide knee, child's pose. continue to breathe. We'll end our short practice here. And stay as long as you'd like in child's pose, or any last movements that you want and deserve. Please take them. And thank you so much. You can find me on Daily Ritual, www.dailyritual.live. My name is Jenna. Thanks again.